Before that, though, Sophia, talk to us about making your professional and Gotham FC debut last time out against Chicago, and now looking ahead to Louisville on the road.
Yeah, I was really excited to make my debut. I was out with an injury for a minute, a muscle strain, and so that was hard, but I was working really hard to get back. Eric, Scott, Megs, Haley were super helpful in getting me strong and fit and ready. And then, yeah, I was just so excited. And when I was out there on the field, it was really fun. And I can't wait to do it again and keep playing.
Awesome. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, please use the raise a hand function and we will call on you. We will start things off with Anthony.
Hi, Sophia. Anthony Merced with AJM Sports FC. You are in such a great position to be surrounded by such great talent and with a lot of experience. What's it like being in those training sessions and being able to learn from those people? How has it been and how welcoming have they been to you?
Yeah, everyone's been super welcoming, super helpful. Being able to speak Spanish, I can like talk to the internationals. So like getting to learn from Astaire is just like awesome, like one of the best in the world. And yeah, like if ever have any questions at practice, like don't understand anything, I just ask and everyone's super helpful in directing. Their communication is super clear and they clearly know what they're talking about and it helps me on the field. So yeah, I love it.
Sean, you're next.
¿Cómo está? This is Sean from Soccer Long Island Magazine. Just a few questions. I mean, you were with a top college team. You helped them advance well into the playoffs with a goal. You have one player that played alongside you, but the adjustment coming from, even though it's again a top NC2A program to a professional one, with the demands of your time, everything is a lot more closely monitored. Not just your time, what you're eating, everything else. The team has other demands beyond what the school team would have as far as the travel is a lot more now, a lot more games, and diet is monitored a lot better. How has that adjustment been for you?
Yeah, it's definitely been like it's more difficult than college, but I think college has prepared me well. I mean, when we transitioned to Big Ten, I thought it was going to be a lot of travel, but this is a lot different. So, yeah, but I feel like college has prepared me. Like the trainings are just like it takes like a little more mentally, I feel like, just because it's a higher level, but everyone once again has been super welcoming, so I feel like I can really dial in. And then yeah, like the staff here is super helpful. So just learning about like my eating habits, like taking protein supplements, like getting the work done in the gym. Everyone has like made it super clear and helpful what I can do. So I feel like the transition has been hard, but I've been able to adapt and everyone has helped me out.
Jenna, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Hi, Sophia. Jenna Tonelli with Sports Illustrated. Nice to meet you. And congrats on making your debut the other day. I know that was a long time coming. I wanted to actually ask you about Esther. I know you just mentioned her, and unfortunately, you haven't gotten to play with her a ton yet. But just what has it been like for you and your teammates just to see what a tear she's been on, leading the Golden Boot race? Like what about her makes her so special, and how's it been like to watch her thrive this season?
It's been amazing. Yeah, I just every time I see her, I'm like, no one can take the ball from her. Like she's just, and also she's just so smart. Like if you see like the runs she makes, like when she checks, like her positioning is so great. And yeah, before every game, like I'm like, okay, you had a brace last game. Like I want 3 goals now, like not just two. So yeah, but she just yeah, and then when she scores the first one, I'm like, all right, like the second one's coming, like it's coming. But yeah, she's just so awesome. And yeah, that just like practices, like she like has helped direct me, like given me tips. And when she talks, I listen because I'm like, this is gonna help me. But yeah, I love her. She's a great person. And yeah, I just can't wait to see her keep scoring and taking people down.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of a random question, but I'm curious, as a rookie, the NWSL has now been around for quite some time. Like you kind of grew up knowing that this league was there. I'm just curious kind of what your experience was, growing up. Did you watch the NWSL? Like when you were in college, did you watch it? And just kind of how was it knowing that as you progress like through college, like this was an option, like always just knowing this was an option for you to go pro, whereas some of your teammates, kind of have been here for a long time and didn't have that. It's just like kind of an interesting, difference in career paths.
No, yeah, I come my dad like got me into soccer. So when I was younger, I watched mostly like the male side, but as I like grew up, like he would take me to all the UCLA games and then like he would have me like watch like the league. And then so I think once I like knew people who were playing in the league, it became easier to like watch it because it's like, oh, you get to watch your friends. But I think also like knowing there was a league, it like helped me with my drive, like in like even before college, because it's like, okay, like I want to play pro and like knowing that was there, like it's like a goal you can achieve. So I think, yeah, it was super helpful. And then, yeah, just watching all your like idols play is just super fun.
Yeah, that's all. That's so cool. It's awesome. All right,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Anthony, we'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, hi, it's Anthony Merced again. So you come from the West Coast, very different soccer vibe from here in the East Coast in viewing habits, in tactics, styles, or even players that flow through East and West Coast. What has been different than what you've been used to on the West Coast to here on the East Coast?
Are you asking just soccer or like,
Well, soccer wise, whether it be viewing or just like, Juan Carlos being, Spanish or, from Spain, the influences between the two, are there any differences or is it the same?
um, I don't know if it's that much of a difference. I did like choose to come to Gotham because I loved like Juan's, like what I saw, how he had the team play, and just in the talks I had with him. So that was a big reason for me coming here. Um, for the differences, I'm not sure. I feel like I've been able to like fit in here with like the players and the girls. So, I don't know if I can speak on there being a big difference, but yeah.
Sean, go ahead.
Thank you. So your first game was the most recent game. What was, if you could pinpoint, say one thing, the biggest difference between that and both college and the international games that you've been in?
The biggest thing, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Okay, the medium-sized thing. Anything. Throw me, come on, give me something. Work with me here.
Um, I mean, obviously, like the amount of people watching you play in college, we like the stands were like smaller, so sometimes it felt like there were a lot of people, but being able to play in front of that many people is like it obviously creates like a sense of like pressure, but for me, I like try to turn that into excitement. So like just being able to like go out there and be like, oh, like I can show them what I can do in front of that many people is like for me like exciting and awesome.
Jenna, go ahead.
Thank you. So of course, dropping points against Chicago at home, and in this league, it's so funny because you guys could be, third in the table, and here comes Chicago at the bottom of the table. But any given day, that's kind of like what happens in the NWSL. So, going into this game against Racing, another team that's kind of towards the bottom of the standings, kind of what is the mentality of the team, knowing that this is an opportunity where you can pick up those 3 points, and seeing that the shield race is starting to become a little bit clearer, but also very, very tight at the top. So what are just kind of some of the feelings around the team and some of the plans to make sure you come back with all 3 points?
Yeah, I think before every game, like regardless of who the opponent is, we like come at it the same. Like we're coming for the 3 points, we're gonna win, regardless of who it is. So yeah, I think we have that same feeling. We're prepared, we're ready, we've trained hard, we've done our scouting. So yeah, I think we're all super excited to just go out there, give it our all, and get those 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck. Thank you so much for your time, Sophia.
Up next, we'll go back to Anthony.
All right, great. Last question for me. Just on your preparation game to game, obviously being so young and sometimes just being a substitute, mentally and physically, how are you preparing, a day or so before a game, especially when you have to do such strenuous travel as NWSL asks of their players?
Yeah, just like being disciplined, prioritizing the small things. So, going to bed on time, eating correctly, and then also staying mentally focused. I mean, for me, I like to do a lot of like imagery and visualization. Sorry, big word. But yeah, just especially yeah, how you talked about like being a sub, like you just have to be ready because you don't know when you're gonna go in. So sometimes it can be easy to like get off track. But yeah, doing like having a routine for me is really helpful.
Awesome. And we'll wrap things up with Sean.
Again, thank you. So you had stated earlier that you had watched the league, more interested in the league upon seeing people that you know, I'm guessing opponents, teammates, and just others that you may have known of note. In the past, the players were subjected to the draft. You were the first class coming out that was not. One team, I would say infamously, made a number of draft picks, didn't keep one of them. Your team had one from the previous year and moved the player on. How did that change your mentality, your thinking, anticipation, or anything? As now you're approaching it saying, okay, I could wind up anywhere in a number of cities, or wait, now you don't exactly get to pick and choose because it's also dependent upon who wants you. But now you have a little more control because no matter who wants you, if you don't want to go, no, you're not stuck in that this team kind of has your rights at this point. So how did that change your approach, your thinking? Did you find it more exciting, a little more worrisome, empowered? How did that change your feeling and thinking coming to time?
Yeah, I think the aspect of having more control in the draft was something that I liked more. I had another year left at school because I had only done 3 years. So, and I had finished my degree, so I was felt prepared to play. So I kind of told my agents, I was like, if I'm like, if anyone wants me, I'm excited. So, yeah, and then Gotham, and that was a team I was interested in. So it worked out well for me. But yeah, I think definitely being able to kind of be able to choose where you want to go, or if there's somewhere that wants you and you're not interested, you can say no. So having that power, I think, is empowering, as you said.